Hey guys, how's it going? So in the last video I forgot to do the conclusion of that, and also the video was literally 30 minutes long and I didn't want to add anything on extra to that because I thought it's just going to become even longer. But nevertheless, here I am with my conclusion to the Vendron creepypasta and or scary story. So first of all, as I said many times before, it is a bit of a cliched story in its own right, but it perfects the cliches in a good way, and it doesn't, come out at the end of this boring, scary story that has no real emphasis or anything on plot, because it does. As a matter of fact, it did actually spawn an entire ARG, and for those that don't know what that is, it's basically an alternate reality game, and yeah. But as I said, that's mainly really it. It's a good creepypasta by itself. Yes, it's heavily cliched by today's standards with, someone getting a haunted cartridge or game, but regardless of that factor, I think it still is pretty good because, as I said before, it masters the cliches, so it's not this boring and annoying mess. It really just has some actual plot development and all that, and that's what's really cool. Another thing is the fact as well that, as I said before, it pulls it off in a really good way, considering, as you can see here, I'm using one of the clips. It basically uses the game as well to portray everything that's happening, and yes, I'm pretty sure if you go into any website, you'll find a lot of creepypasta games, like Sonic.exe, and I'll cover that one in a later video. But anyway, I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of creepypasta-based games. But regardless of that fact, it really does pull it off in a good way, and I think this story first was made in like 2010, so you kind of have got to cut it a bit of slack, considering the fact that this is an old story, but it still does have some good qualities to it, to say the least. And although you could say, it's heavily flawed as well, in my personal opinion, okay, that may be true, but as I said, it pulls it off in a great way, and it's not some just random mess of events. Also, it's structured in a way that seems very plausible. So although there are, as I say, cliches, it balances that out, which is what I find to be really cool. Now, if I had to say something overall, though, I would say that, in all honesty and fairness, it is still a good story, okay? I can't really put much emphasis on that, but it is somewhat a good story. Now, it's nowhere near perfect by any means, because I'm pretty sure there are even better ones out there, but this is definitely up there in the good charts. So, in all honesty, right, it's a good scary story. It does have a pretty good plot, and it's not just one convenient mess. It all plays a part, which is what I find to be really nice. And that's really about it. That's all I have to say about this. I know it's a bit of a short one, but I did want to make this conclusion just to make it feel more finished. And this is technically the first episode I've done of my new series, which is, retro read. And I actually do have another scary story planned to be out today, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it does involve a certain soundtrack in a game, which just so happened to strangely make a mass genocide happen, I guess. I don't know if you could call that a genocide, but you'll see what I mean when I post it. And that's really all I have to say. As I said before, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you feel like you like the content I'm doing now, please be sure to subscribe, as it helps out me, and it just motivates me, if anything, to do a lot more content. And so thanks again, everyone, and stay safe, and goodbye.